joined by the unmistakable figure of Mr. Ruud Gullit, and good to see you at the Laureus Sport Awards. Do you live in this country? Or you live everywhere?
I live in Amsterdam.
You live in Amsterdam. We see you as British these days. Is that a compliment?
It's a compliment because it means that I speak English very well.
Well, you speak English better than English people do.
No, I don't think so. But I love England. I have a great time always here. I love London. I think it's the best city in the world, and I like the sense of humour also of the English. So that combined makes it easy to stay.
Yeah, but we're not as liberal as the Dutch, are we? We're a little bit, bit stiff, aren't we?
No, it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, which area. But I like it.
Now, one thing that the English always talk about is the World Cup 1966. It's like an illness. We can't.
And why is that?
Well, because we've never won anything since, as you well know. But what about the Dutch? It's been a long time, isn't it, since you won everything? You've been so close.
Yeah, we've been close, but we are very proud of the fact that we are so close because, as a country, is much smaller than English or the Germans and the French. We're all surrounded by big countries, and we still manage to do well. Of course, we can't cope money-wise with the other competitions. But if you see individual how many players we generate every time, that's unbelievable.
Now you played in a team that played wonderful football, and before your era, of course, the Johan Cruyff team as well, wonderful football. The World Cup final though was not very Dutch, was it? Was that a problem for you?
We had the best chances, but sometimes people forget that also the Spanish were not playing that well, even though everybody was okay with it that they won it. But
it wasn't the beautiful game though, was it?
It was a bad game too much.
Yeah.
It was cold, freezing cold.
Yeah. Do you think there's the chances of running out for Dutch football?
No, we always generate good players. We see that over and over again.
What about over here in England? How do you see the season going now?
The usual suspects are there. I think it's good that the Manchester City is there. Keeps other teams on their toe. I remember that Man United won the Champions League the last time. Also, when Chelsea was going strong, it means that they have to do a little bit better, step up a little bit. And Man United's done well with the young players, and they integrated very well with the team.
Now, what about the European Championships this summer? Usual suspects again, you think?
No, of course, Spain and Germany are the favourites. So for that reason, I hope that Holland can do well. Also, we have a good team. If they can manage it after I think that's something like 8 years together. We shall see.
1988 was the last time that Holland won the European Championships. You lifted the trophy. You look very different. We all look very different. You look back on the hair and the moustache, and what do you think? You like that?
Look, if I see pictures of myself, it didn't look very good now. At that time, it was normal. Everybody had a mustache, so for that reason. But I cut it off. It's already 12 years ago, and but I'm happy like it is.
You've grown used to not having it now, huh?
No, I had a mustache in November because of Movember.
Okay.
It looked bad, by the way.
Did it?
Yeah.
How about the hair, though? You're not good at it. You still got it. You could grow it if you want.
Yeah, but you can't. No.
One of the things I remember about you was, I think, 87, wasn't it? You won the European Footballer of the Year, and you dedicated it to Nelson Mandela, which was quite a big thing to do back then.
Yeah, and I had the opportunity to meet also Mr. Nelson Mandela. That is one of the highlights of my life.
Tell me about that. When did you meet him, and why?
Because he knew about me. He knew. He told me that in prison, he heard about it. They were afraid that the federation of the FIFA would take away my prize because of the ideas they had with apartheid. And he later on how do you say that? Decorated me, something like that. He gave me a medal for that. And he said to me, Ruud, now I'm out of prison. I have a lot of friends. When I was in prison, you were one of my few friends. So that is a huge compliment for me.
That's as good as winning the European Championships, maybe even better.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.